Welcome to Do You Sleep Naked with me, Dan Stocky. There is this phenomenon we humans experience called decision fatigue, where once we make too many decisions in a row, our brain shuts down. To prevent this, we create habits. We do this in our morning routines. We create habits for decisions we need to make from the moment we wake up to the time we have breakfast. If we didn't, we'd go nuts before we ever got our day started. Once we set these habits, we never talk about them again. Well, on this show, we talk about them. All right, everyone. Hey, welcome to the show. This is the very first show.
Whoa.
I know. It's kind of freaky deaky,
Yeah.
right? I don't even know what to do.
I don't even know why I'm here.
Neither do I. Why are you sitting there? I am here with Mary Fox, my very first guest.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
I am too.
I know. This is a show called Do You Sleep Naked? Don't answer that question.
Okay.
I will ask that question eventually, but we'll get there.
Lips are zipped.
Lips are zipped. I feel the need to sort of explain what this show is a little bit, some of the rules.
You should.
There's not a lot of rules. I know. Look at where you just went over your
But
face.
we should know. We should know. Yeah.
You should know the rules.
Okay.
Yeah. So the show is because there's this thing called decision fatigue. Are you familiar with decision fatigue?
Yes. I'm probably having it right now.
You are. It looks like you're making a lot of decisions.
I know. In my mind.
In your mind.
And in life.
Be present,
And
Mary.
Yes.
Be present.
Okay, here.
Okay.
Not fatigued
Thank
anymore.
God. Don't. Yeah. Get it.
Oh my God.
You're not fatigued. That's fantastic. Okay, great. You're not fatigued. That looks good. Well, decision fatigue is this thing where if the human brain makes too many decisions, we just shut down. Mm-hmm. We're like, screw it. Mm-hmm. I'm done making decisions. And that's like when you're buying a used car, they keep asking you do you want the coating? Do you want this paint? Do you want, what's the interior like? Do you want the AC to go high or low? What, all the different.
Thing you know, you're driving the car out of the parking lot with two sunroofs.
Yeah, exactly. The one you didn't want. You're like, why did I buy this?
Heated seats, a heated steering wheel.
All of those things, which by the way, are necessary.
Come on. I need two sunroofs and a heated steering wheel.
And the cooling seats are really Mac Daddy.
Do those exist?
Hell yeah, they exist.
Oh my God. Cool your balls off. That's so cool.
Oh, seriously, on a long trip, it's like, man, I got to do something.
No idea. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, sorry. I digress.
Well, this show is all about digression, I believe.
Okay.
So decision fatigue is a real thing. And what happens is in the morning, especially, we get into these habits, like our entire morning routine. And the reason we do these habits is because if we had to make these decisions every frickin' morning, by the time we got out the door, we would be so tired, we couldn't function. So we sort of just make these decisions and then we never talk about them again.
Oh.
So this show is about talking about all of those decisions you've made and don't talk about anymore. Ooh.
Oh my God. Okay.
I know.
This is fascinating.
I know.
Because now I'm literally thinking about all of those decisions that I make that I don't talk about.
And
some of them I'm kind of embarrassed about. Maybe if we're going to
get there.
I'm going to be truthful. And
you
I'm
better
be
truthful.
Brutally honest here.
Well, good. Because then we can get to the rules. Because these are some of the rules.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. I don't know where these questions are going to lead to.
Okay.
We're just going to sort of meander through your day. Or your morning at the very least.
Okay.
I want you to be as honest as you possibly can.
Okay.
All right. And that's rule number one.
I will speak my truth.
Speak your truth.
Okay.
At least speak to your truth.
I will do that.
Okay, we got that one figured out. And the second rule is if we get to a place where you're like, nah, I'm not talking about that, you just tell them, hey, Dan, fuck off.
Okay.
And I will politely fuck off.
So rather than saying pass, I will say fuck off, Dan.
Well, you could say pass too. I mean, however you need to get the information out.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna do like this is gonna be great. This is good. This is also like an exercise in people kind of going there. So this is fun. I'm excited.
And that's why I kind of wanted to have you on as my first guest, is because I think, well, one, you're funny, and two, I think you'd be pretty honest with me.
I will.
All right.
Okay.
You don't embarrass easily.
No.
We'll see if we can change that.
Pass. Fuck off, Dan. Okay.
All right. Carry on.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So, your name is Mary Fox.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Pass.
We're kind of going through so when the pandemic happened, so I would say, I hate to say used to be because I still am, but I am a theater artist. I'm an artistic director of a theater company that went through the pandemic, that is still going through the pandemic. And I wasn't, when the world started to open up again, I wasn't about to go back to doing what we were doing because it didn't feel right. And I think we're living in a new iteration, I guess, of what an artistic world looks like. So I'm kind of intrigued to figure out what that is. And
so your job right now is to try to figure out what the artistic world looks like after the pandemic.
Yes. What the pivot? How do we pivot? How do we be fluid? How do we, continue to work towards, it's not about bringing it back. I don't think we can't just go back to doing, here's your 5-show season. I am not saying it's wrong. I think every single theater company, I think every artist, every human person, living being, has been hurt in some way. I think things are difficult. So,
well, the reason for my question is do you have a scheduled?
Let's just go right into this. Freaking the ether.
Do you have a scheduled? Time your day is.
So I have a job. So my job. So I have a job. I work for a company that I love that is giving me the opportunity to figure out how we can exist in this pandemic world. But I am now, I would say, you can call me a creative programmer of
Creative
sorts.
programmer. Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. So the reason for that question is because what time do you wake up in the morning? So
I probably wake up kind of when the sun rises, I would say. It just kind of,
Do you wake up with the sun then?
I wake up, my body wakes up with the sun.
Do you set an alarm clock?
No.
So you're a sunrise kind of gal.
Okay. So
do you leave your shades open then?
Oh my God. I leave the door fucking open and the windows open and the other windows open and, no, I lock the door. Okay. But I wake up.
You're going to get a bunch of mashers.
Yeah,
hey, she leaves her door open.
Just who's coming in tonight? So I wake up.
It's an exciting life.
But I wake up and I used to not do this. I used to be able to go to bed and then not have to use the toilet or go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. But now it's my body will wake up from this. I swear to God, I wake up and I step out of my room and I'm seeing the sunrise and I go pee or poop. And then I kind of come back and I'm always I'm not going to be able to fall back asleep. And I usually don't, but I kind of just lay there and it's what.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's this thing that I'm trying to avoid, but it's I get comfortable. It's nice. You get up and you kind of go and you just chill. But then what happens is the brain starts going and you think about all the things you're not doing and you think about all of the people that you haven't talked to yet or you have to contact or your meetings that day. And I think it was Elizabeth Gilbert coined it, I believe. And she said it's horizontal thinking. And I love this. So I try to get out of that mindset because when you are laying horizontally, the only thing that should be going on is you're either sleeping, reading, or maybe getting busy with somebody. Well. So I try to keep it simple because that's a sacred time,
Horizontal thinking is a bad thing.
Horizontal thinking is when you're laying horizontal and you're doing all of the thinking that you shouldn't be when you're horizontal.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying is you wake up with the sunrise.
Yep.
You take a pee.
Yeah.
Come back to the bed.
Do some horizontal thinking.
You lay down, do some horizontal thinking that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
But do you find that in that horizontal thinking, you'll be able to put your day together and go, okay, this is what I got to do.
So what has helped? Yes, I do. And it's also most of it is unnecessary. Most of it is you're just sort of in that in between sleep and fully awake. So it's your brain is sort of tricking you to think that you're way more stressed.
See, I get a lot of good thoughts that pop into my head during horizontal thinking.
Yeah. So if you let yourself just be peaceful, then it can be great. But I've noticed I recently got a dog. So routine changes. And so now
So
it's
when does the dog get up?
So the dog is hilarious because the dog will just sleep until I get up or like kind of get up, but kind of knows like he doesn't want to be, a nuisance, but he also needs to poop and pee and eat. And
does the dog sleep through the night?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, he
How
does.
Convenient.
And he was like, but here's the thing that I think about, which has been really awesome, is sort of the first things that I think about is this animal. And like, I'm excited about where will we go on a walk today? Or so I'm thinking about very basic human
you're not
things,
thinking
like,
about the pressures of the day. You're thinking about, oh my God, my dog has to poop.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking maybe we'll go left on the sidewalk today instead of right. And or if it's really nice out, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll schedule my morning so we can have a little bit of a longer walk. And then it's like, so that in turn is benefiting my morning of how I'm starting the day, because now I'm not thinking about the meeting, the board meeting that I have at 2 p.m. I'm thinking about, after the board meeting, I can't wait. I'll go take the dog to the beach and we'll run around for a little bit. And all of that is making me a more peaceful, happy person. And that's how I get to think about that. I'm not like a routine.
I'm just like just blown away and enamored might not be the right word, but I mean, that sounds so lovely.
It's really lovely. And also it's also very helpful, since the pandemic and also things are stressful. So at nighttime, you might have a little bit too much wine or
what time do you usually get to bed?
It varies. I would say anywhere now between like 11 and midnight.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So 11 and midnight, and then you get up with the sunrise.
Yeah. But then I'll I'll go back and I'll kind of like be doing my thinking.
So I'm going to say, in the summer then, like we're in Duluth, Minnesota. So in the summer, the sun rises very early. And in the winter, it rises very late.
Yeah.
So in the summer, you're getting more horizontal thinking done.
Yeah. Yes.
Does waking up in the winter, is that problematic for you? I mean, is the sunrise too late?
No. Weird. I still do in the winter with the sun. I'm not getting up when it's still dark. Unless I have like a meeting at, 7 a.m. or something. But I think no matter what season, I think I'm following the sun.
Well. So
I knew
waking with the sun, Mary.
Oh my God.
If you do have a meeting that is scheduled before the sun rises, then do you settle in the morning?
No, I will get up. And I learned this lesson because, when I did the Camino, I did the Camino de Santiago, which is a trek across Spain.
I always want to call it the El Camino, and I know that's a truck.
You can call it that. People call it that.
Well, I know, but I think
the walk.
They're calling it the wrong thing because the El Camino is a Chevy. It was like a sedan with a pickup truck back. Yeah,
but I think that the El Camino still means the walk, right? I think.
All right,
yeah.
You're the one who did it. I'm just.
So I did the Camino de Santiago,
and I
met this person who stopped just right. He was like, I stopped using an alarm clock. It was, he was a little bit of an older gentleman, and I was just fascinated by it. He just seemed so peaceful, and we just got into talking after a day of, hiking through northern Spain. And I remember him, one of the things, a simple thing that he chose to do was to not set an alarm, even if he had an obligation. Early in the morning, his body knew that he had to do that, so he would get up. So it was,
Do you trust your body that much?
Yeah, I do now. Like
Have you had a 5 o'clock flight?
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a magical person.
Well, hold on. You are, Mary.
You're right. Follow the sun, Mary. Oh my God, barf. So no, I will say, like, if it's something that I'm like, holy if it's a flight or if it's but here's the thing. I haven't been on a plane in years, since before the pandemic. So then I knew I wasn't, so I hadn't need to have any like crazy wild, like you gotta be up because you can't miss a flight feeling. So that's.
So let's just say that if you had to catch a flight at 5 a.m. like tomorrow, would you set an alarm?
Oh my God.
We'll be right back with more Do You Sleep Naked? Welcome back to Do You Sleep Naked?
That's
So if you had, so let's just say
Yeah.
that if you had to catch a flight at 5 a.m. like tomorrow, would you set an alarm?
Oh my God. Oh, well, yes, I would. Yes. Yes, I would.
But then the question is, would you wake up before the alarm?
Yes, always. I always do. Even if I set it, I will wake up before the alarm goes off. That just happened this morning. Because I was like...
Because you didn't want to be late for this.
Well, this 11 a.m. I was like, I set the alarm. No, because my day, so, you know, work was starting and I have a friend who's running grandma's and so he's probably going to crash. And so I was like, oh, I want to like get the house together.
For those of you who don't know, Grandma's is a marathon that happens in Duluth, Minnesota. No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. It's not Grandma's running the marathon. It is really, really athletic, incredible. There are grandmas.
Some grandmas, yes.
But there are, it's not, everybody thinks it's a marathon for grandmas, but
it is not.
It could be. Yes.
Restricted only to grandmas.
Right.
Anyone can run
so
the marathon.
So I thought I would,
grandmother.
Yes.
Sorry.
So I thought before my workday started, I would pick up, clean the sheets, do what you need to do when you have a guest over. And I thought I'd do that before work. And so I was like, I set the alarm because I wanted to get up early and I got up, it was like 5 minutes before it went off. And I was like, oh, this makes sense.
All right. How have the sunrises been?
Oh my God. Okay. They're incredible. Well, now it's been there's not been a cloud in the sky. So the sun just beams through and I have this balcony that overlooks the lake and sunrises sometimes when they're cloudy are when they're so magnificent. But
right.
I get to the sunrises. They're stunning. They're fireballs coming at you.
So you've got this morning figured out like really well.
Yeah. Right. I mean, and that, Lake Superior. So I get to look at Lake Superior. I get to see the ships come in. I get to see them come out. I get to, it's therapy. It is. So mornings. And I never was being, of the artistic, breed. A lot of times
she's kind of an artistic breed.
Yes. You go to bed, you have a show late at night. And so then when you have you have to like wind down and you have to, so sometimes you're not going to bed until 1 or 2 in the morning to be on it when I was doing theater. And so then, everything kind of shifts, but I've been loving the mornings and I've just been letting my body just get up.
Just do it.
Yeah. It's cool.
Oh, that's very nice.
And a dog helps. Yeah.
So you get up with the sun, you go take a pee. So you don't wake up in the middle of the night to pee.
No.
Or you just like straight on through. Then you wake up like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
Then is the dog at that point going, hey man, come on, let's go. So you get back into bed and you get your horizontal thinking in and you sit there for like a half hour, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Right. I would say half an hour. And then I'm like, I don't think I'm going back to bed. This isn't going to fall back to sleep. And sometimes when you fall back to sleep, then you wake up, it's the worst feeling because you just had like a nap
a morning nap.
Yeah.
What we call it in our house.
Yeah.
What are your sheets like?
Okay.
Do you have good sheets or do you like?
Yes. Well, I also have, I don't remember what brand of my sheets are, but they're like, really, really soft and light. And so they don't, and then I have
are they cotton or are they?
I think they're bamboo.
Oh yeah, sheets. Sure. Yeah.
And I have my comforter. It's like they're cool. They feel cool to the touch.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it's so comfortable. I mean,
do you like to, are you someone who likes a lot of stuff on top of you or are you someone who likes very little on top of you?
I like halvesies. I like getting a leg out or like an arm out, or sometimes I like a lot of, pillows around me. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I will.
How many pillows do you have on your bed?
Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6 pillows.
Okay.
And you utilize them all.
Sometimes, yeah. But sometimes I'll wake up and they'll all be on the floor and it'll just be me.
So sometimes you sleep without a pillow at all. Like you're just, you're
Yeah.
split out.
It's, there isn't a routine to that. It's just sort of like.
Do you sleep on your side or it sounds like you're a flailer.
Yeah. Starfish. No, I think I start on my side and then back. Then I like got my arms up, or sometimes I'll be hugging a pillow, get a little cuddle buddy in there. Sometimes if my dog is on the bed, dog cannot go on the couch, but dog can come in the bed. And he'll like that also like, oh my God, animals.
You snuggle with your doggy.
And he's the best. And he will it's like, he'll put his head, like he'll nuzzle his head. He'll be like on his back, kind of splailing. Oh, they say like you sort of become your animals. I guess we're doing the same thing. But then he'll like splay open on his back, but then put his head right under my chin.
Aww.
And it's so great. But so sometimes he's my pillow. Yeah, pillows. Yeah, okay, but I upped my pillow game.
How'd you up your pillow game?
Okay, but here's why I wanted to up it. Because I thought my mom said if I get more pillows, like the king size pillows, I will make my bed more. So I'm not one to like get up and then like tuck the shit in and like.
Okay, that's the next question. So you got your horizontal thinking in, then you get up.
Yeah.
All right, here's the question. Do you sleep naked?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you sleep naked. Okay, great. When did you decide that sleeping naked was something that you needed to do? Like, why do you sleep naked?
Well,
there's a point when you're a kid, you're a little baby, you run around, you got PJs on, you got footy pajamas, and then as you grow up,
gross. Okay,
and then
no, I can't. So my mom was a big proponent of
You were raised as a naked sleeper? Is that
basically, I had a song when I was little called I Like to Be Naked. I like to be naked. I like to be naked. Some people don't, but I like to be naked. And me and my cousin would sing it. But my mother was like, believed in, healthy vaginas and healthy. So my mom hates anything that's restricting. And so I think when me and my brothers, it was like, kind of like, get those clothes, like no footy pajamas ever. Because
so your mother was concerned about a healthy vagina when you were a child.
So she was like, so I never wore underwear to bed. So I'm like, people who wear underwear and bras to sleep, I'm just like, are you kidding me? So when I was little, I would never wear underwear, and she would say, let your bottom breathe, let your bottom breathe.
That's good sound advice.
It is such, and I will, knock on wood, I am about to be 40. I have never had a yeast infection in my life.
Woohoo!
I have maybe had.
Congratulations.
Right? So I don't know if that's about it, but so no underwear to bed. And then I remember like going to sleepovers and I would wear my underwear to bed and I was always so uncomfortable and I never understood why I have to be uncomfortable. I get it. It's like, okay, I'm not going to be like, and this is, hey friend, I take my underwear off. It was just like, oh, we'll leave our I don't know. Like you just do what they do. And so, and even the pajamas that I do buy, if I'm going to be like, if I'm camping, well, camping, you just kind of sleep in your clothes. But like, if I do wear pajamas, they feel like I'm wearing nothing.
Really loose pajamas.
Yes. And it's just so that if there's like company over and they need to come in, I won't have a boob out and they won't get scared of my boob. So,
so you're saying is you have frightening boobs.
I guess I got frightened. Oh, they're so amazing that I just don't want to put other people's boobs to shame.
Way to spin that one, baby.
But sleeping naked is great. But the other thing, I don't wear underwear. And if I can avoid it, I don't wear a bra when I don't.
Oh, so you're commando at all times.
Yes. Underwear is a weird thing to me.
Huh.
And people are like, well, what about this, stuff that comes out of you and, that the underwear helps cut. But
I was going to ask, but ultimately it's like, what is underwear for? I suppose it's to
protect you from your jean zipper. I don't know.
It's a stopgap from the things that are in you.
It is. But so I think I just wash my clothes more. I don't know. I have great hygiene. Like
I've never found you to be very stinky.
Yeah.
So
okay, good.
There you go. You're doing something.
Yeah, maybe I'm just walking around this world thinking like I stink real bad, but I just don't know.
And you're cruising down the street, and people are like, "Oh my god!" People are downwind of you, just like, "What is? Oh my god!"
I also think, and I will say this, I think. And this is no judgment to people who sleep in pajamas, because I think that's probably more comfortable for some people. But I find
we will find out.
Yeah, but I feel more connected to my body also.
Oh, all right. That sounds. So okay. Once you get out of bed, and you're naked, do you put anything on, or do you walk around naked?
I have this pink robe that, well, if I'm alone, I'll walk around, I'll walk around naked. If there's people over or someone's over or whatever. Then it's sort of like, which I could free ball it, but I have this really nice pink robe.
I could free ball it.
I mean, I think, it's also, temperature wise, you don't like, if it's hot, so I also have this pink robe, and there is something about, this pink robe was given to me as a gift by my best friend, and I love it. And it's just got these little flowers, and it's like from straight out of the 50s. And it's like, it's not thick, it's very thin. So it's comfortable. And I will sort of put that on. It's loose, and it feels like, I don't know. It makes me feel good. And so if I have this pink robe on and I'm like making coffee, I feel like I'm in a movie or something. Like, when
do you turn music on in the morning?
Sometimes I don't really have a routine. I like to have some noise. So like once I get the coffee going, and I usually will, like, if I have dishes in the sink, and I'll do that, and I'll put on like NPR, I'll put on a podcast, and sometimes music, but yeah, I like to have, it's kind of a distraction. It's good.
Okay. So we got you out of bed.
Yeah.
You're walking around in your
pink robe.
Little flowers on it. Mm-hmm. Do you brush your teeth first? Do you go into the bathroom first, or do you go to the kitchen and make breakfast? Like where do you go immediately after getting out of bed?
Immediately after getting out of bed. Oh, this is a new thing too. So I get out of bed and I go and I put food in for my dog. So I put the food.
What's your dog's name?
Yukon Cornelius.
Prospector.
Yeah. I feed Yukon, give him some scratches and some love, and then feed the dog. And then I'll go to the bathroom then, like, again, and just
make sure you got everything.
But I'm also like thinking about this, because I'm wondering now, this is a decision that I don't know if I'm convinced of, but I usually feed him before taking him out. And I'm kind of like, wait a second, I don't like to eat before I pee. Like, I would like to pee. I would like to do my business and then enjoy the
So
breakfast.
You're worried about what Yukon is thinking.
Yeah, because
he's like eating the food going,
I have to pee. I know. So I might shake that routine out. So feed the dog, but then I take him out just for like a little, and it's just.
So you get out of your pink robe at that point.
So I have my pink robe on. Oh, okay.
So when you walk the dog, you're putting something else on, I'm assuming.
I put the food in the dish, I go pee, and then I get the coffee ready. That's all in the pink robe. Then I put on something sporty.
So hold on. When you do the coffee, you got a drip coffee maker?
Yeah, I just have a little, drip. Yep.
A little drip coffee maker.
Yes, grind the beans, put the thing in there.
Oh, so you grind? You don't get it pre-ground. You have beans.
Beans.
Okay.
It's fresh.
How many cups of coffee do you have in the morning?
Okay, well, I always think that I can have like 5, but I end up having like half a cup. I'm serious.
So you have enough coffee to make, just in case.
Yeah.
You want more.
And there's always coffee left. And I do this thing, and where I like my coffee hot. I don't even know why I drink coffee, because I literally probably maybe even drink, if that, a half of a cup. and then I'll dump it out and like try to refreshen it. Like I like the idea of coffee.
So maybe you just like the smell of coffee. Maybe you need a coffee scented candle.
Yeah, but like I think I like the ritual. I like the sound a coffee maker makes. I love that sound. And
that is a good sound.
The beans, I think that's a lot of my routine is kind of from maybe my childhood. Like my mother would always grind beans.
What you're describing to me sounds very idyllic.
Yeah.
You know, you getting out of bed and putting on a little pink robe with the flowers on it, going on, you feed the dog and make some coffee, take a pee.
Yeah. And then go out when we go out, have a little meander, and it's, you know, it's...
Hold on, but you're out of the robe.
Yeah, I got to go get into my sporty stuff.
We'll be right back with more Do You Sleep Naked? Welcome back to Do You Sleep Naked? Hold on, but you're out of the robe.
Yeah, I got to go get into my sporty stuff. For like, this is the other thing I'm trying to figure out is like leisure wear, because I could go out in my pink robe. That just seems weird. That's taking me out of this fun, nice morning sunrise pink little robe.
You're letting too many of the outside people understand.
Yeah. You know, so I put on,
you're like in the morning.
Yeah. So I put on like some leggings and just a shirt, kind of whatever's there. And then we'll go out.
Okay. So you take the dog for a walk, he gets pee, and then you come back in.
Yeah.
And
then I drink the coffee.
Then you drink the coffee.
Yep.
Do you get out of your activewear and back into the robe, or you're still in your activewear?
Activewear, and this is when I slowly try to figure out, like, okay, am I working from home today? Do I have a meeting? So then it's like, what do I wear?
When do you brush your teeth?
I brush my teeth it's either like after the breakfast and the coffee, or it's before I leave the house.
Okay, so you're a brush the teeth after breakfast kind of kind of gal.
Yep.
Okay.
But I don't mind. I do not mind brushing my teeth and then drinking coffee. If that's okay. But I can't brush my teeth and then like eat toast or eat.
What do you have for breakfast?
Sometimes I don't eat anything because I'm not hungry.
That's a good reason not to eat anything.
And the coffee is making me, probably need to poop again. So you
got 3 poops going on so far this morning.
I am a healthy pooper. So
yeah, we found out that you got a healthy body going on there.
Oh yes. Okay, good, Mary. But breakfast, like today, I literally took the foot of a bread, like the end piece of the butt of the bread loaf. And I just like picked it apart and kind of ate it and gave some to my dog.
So you didn't toast it or anything. You just like butter, no jelly, and just.
No. But yesterday I made like a soup, no butter, nothing. Just this piece of bread. And then half a banana because I was going to go on a walk. So I was like, I should put something, but sometimes I won't eat until like 11 and then I'll make like a smoothie, or I'll make
Is 11 though? Was that lunch or is that?
It's more like, lunch. Like I'm doing like the mix of breakfast and lunch.
You're doing like a brunch kind of thing.
Yep.
Without all the pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So okay. So you have your coffee. The coffee is an absolute. So you at least have a half a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Breakfast is sort of
5 cups made, half a cup.
Half a cup drank.
Yeah.
Dog is happy as a lark.
Yep.
Then you go to brush your teeth. So you go to the bathroom, or you brush your teeth in the bathroom.
Brush my teeth. I'll usually walk around when I brush my teeth.
Do you do the full 2-minute thing, or?
Yeah, I have a Sonicare.
Oh yeah, so
yeah,
I got one of those too.
Yep. So and then you change your go left, bottom, right.
Bottom right quadrant.
Yeah. So I do.
I wish it would say something like that, like please switch to bottom right.
I think
quadrant.
You're onto something.
Like the.
And then it reminds you, because if it doesn't switch, then it should say like, Mary, you haven't done your bottom right yet. Hurry up, get there,
get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that needs to happen.
So
anyway, so you got a Sonicare, you're walking around brushing your teeth. Do you not drip toothpaste all over the place?
Probably, but I don't know. I think I do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of, so you got a Sonicare. What kind of toothpaste do you use?
Tums.
It's
Tums either.
Oh yeah. That's the all natural stuff.
Yeah. I like it.
What flavor?
There's 2 tubes in there that are using both of them. I don't know why.
That you just.
I have no. It's not a conscious choice here. But it's whole care, and then there's also a whitening one in there, and they're kind of stacked on top of each other.
So you just grab whatever and you can grab,
Yeah.
or you don't give it much thought.
No.
We're trying to like avoid decisions in the morning, so you just like.
Yeah.
But by this your time, your brain is sort of going a little bit. Is it what other? So you brush your teeth. And do you have any other morning, like routines in the bathroom? Do you wash your face? Do you get in the shower in the morning? Are you a morning bather or are you?
Sometimes it
do
depends.
you bathe?
I don't. I do. Yeah, but I don't do that every day. I wash my face maybe every day.
Okay. Do you do it in the morning or do you?
In the morning, yeah. I don't wash. Yeah. So I'm not like a regular, I have no set time of when I don't have a bathing routine. So sometimes it's at night. Sometimes I make the decision. This is this is a thing too that I'm kind of like interesting. That I will be like, okay, if I know if I'm going to go on a run that day, or if I know if I'm going to get a workout in, then I'm like, well, I'm not going to shower now if I'm going to go sweat later. So I will, even if I have to go in for meetings, I'll like look nice, but then I'll go get a workout or the run in, and then I'll shower after that.
Yeah. That kind of sounds like exercise ruins a perfectly good shower. Yeah.
But I've also now started to say, fuck it and not care. So not have like, because sometimes people will say, well, I showered and I look good, so I don't want to go do the workout. I don't do that anymore. If I shower, I'll still work out. And sometimes if I don't. Will you then end up taking like 2 showers a day or? No. Sweat is okay. I mean. I'm not going to question, your. For me anyway, like I'm not going to question your healthy bottom. I needed to finish that statement. I also don't like sit around in my workout gear. That's funny. I get that shit off right away. Like put it on and then get it off. So you can get on, like, look, today you're wearing a nice little flowy dress thing. Yeah, because that's to keep your bottom all airy. Yeah, but I have in my backpack what I wore when I was walking around. So this what I have on, I made the decision to put this in my bag because it was not going to like exist in my spandex clothes. Huh. So you changed that when you got to work. Yeah. But I don't think sweat is dirty. I don't mind sweat on me or other people. I like it. I'm with you. Because I think there's something about like pheromones and sweat is so natural. Like the musk. Oh my God. When we try to like cover that shit up, it doesn't work. Like it does the opposite when like females should not douche, like even. Do you use soap? Just all natural, a little bit. And just soap. So you know, I do not use soap. Yeah. I just don't. It's all of that perfumey shit that we choose to mask. It just makes us smell worse. And so I think a good sweat, it's cleaning your shit out. Like I love it. And then, but just so everyone knows, Mary does not stink. I Who's that dirty hippie you had on your show? I don't know, but she smelled lovely. It's really interesting though, thinking about I know so many people, like the first thing they have to do is they have to shower. They have to shower in the morning and they have to shower after they work out. They have to, which is great, that's just fine. I like a good sweat. And all right. Well, that's absolutely fantastic. I think you can style your hair better when you get some sweat in there and then it dries out. It's much more fun to absolutely. Get it's beach hair. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Get that salt water in there. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Baby. Oh yeah. Yeah. If they could only put that. So, getting back to that though, you're a shower person and not a bath person. I like a good bath, but I have to take a shower after I bath. I don't understand how people can like sit in dirty bath water and then just towel off. Sick. That is gross. That is gross. That's you. So you like a good bath. So
bath and then shower.
Oh, yeah. If I'm taking a bath, that's purely to relax. And then you have to wash that shit off. That's you sitting in like your skin flakes. And then if you decide not to shower that off, then you're just taking your towel and rubbing your stinky, dirty self back into. So, and yeah, you gotta rinse. You gotta do a rinse after the bath. No, you need to like take a shower after a bath. Even if you got bubble bath and some shit in that bath, no, you gotta shower. But I've never, ever, I don't think, taken a bath in the morning.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to someone who does take a bath in the morning. But man, that just sounds like a process.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, anyone out there, if you do take a bath in the morning, I want to talk to you about your morning routine.
You're next.
Yeah.
And then I want to know if you take a shower then after your bath.
Yeah, because if you don't, Mary's coming after you.
Or not.
Mary's coming after you in a little pink robe. It's going to be ridiculous. Oh, my goodness gracious. Is there anything else about your morning that I should be aware of? I think we've hit a lot of bases here.
Yeah, we really have. We have. I'm now that we're talking about this and I'm speaking out loud, I'm realizing I don't really have. I think if you were to look at it sort of blankly, it's like my routine is like I make coffee and I take my dog out. Those are the only things that really stay the same. Otherwise,
yeah, you're very fluid, and that's fascinating.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'll make my bed, and sometimes I'll just throw the comforter over everything.
Oh, that's another question that.
But I'm trying to get better because making my bed, because I find if you make your bed, you kind of keep your room cleaner, you know?
When you make your bed, when do you make your bed?
See, that sometimes it'll happen right when I get up. No, it never does. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes it'll happen probably like when I'm about to start the day. I'll brush my teeth.
Yep.
And then I'll make the bed. Because I love a made bed with like some good pillows. It's so inviting.
Yeah, you've got
so
all
fun.
those pillows. And
Yeah.
You need to display those suckers.
I do.
So at what point do you go, okay, my morning is done. It's time for the day. Like you've brushed your teeth after breakfast and coffee. Is that the moment where you're like, okay, boom, good to go? Or do you got to change into something? I mean, what's the moment where you're like, this is the day?
I think now I probably my day, I will say, if I don't have any morning meetings, which I always will avoid doing early morning meetings, because I think the way you start the day should be yours. And if I do have a morning meeting, I'm just like I'm kind of just like not using any of the morning time to feel good about jumping into the day. It's just sort of like, got to jump into this meeting.
Right.
Which I could probably, adjust, but I don't schedule a lot of morning meetings. And so my day will usually start around 9:30 or 10, where I'm like, okay, get my water, get my coffee. That is at this point just cold and I don't drink it, but I bring it over to my computer and I have a desk set up. So sometimes I sit at the desk. Sometimes I sit at the kitchen table. Sometimes I sit at my tiki bar. So I don't have a set place, but I'll like open it up.
You have a tiki bar.
I have a tiki bar, 1970s weird tiki bar with carpet on the ceiling of the tiki bar.
And carpet on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds absolutely perfect. What a perfect place to start your day.
Yeah. But it's that's sort of okay, here we go. I open up the computer. And I also don't like to I'm trying to avoid like getting into social media in the mornings or because I think then that you're starting your day kind of feeling a little less than, because social media, all you see is like perfect pictures of people and they're
That's
beautiful.
all I ever post on social media is perfect pictures.
I think the more we talk about this, I think what I'm learning is like I'm making active decisions to be calm or just to be chill.
I didn't know what to expect out of your morning, Mary, but as you describe it, it sounds, I couldn't pick a better morning for you. I mean, this morning seems perfect for you. Like it's a very fluid, easygoing. Just let it happen and wash over you.
Yes.
And then when it needs to crank up, it just starts to slowly crank up.
And I think maybe this is just years and years of being a performer, of having those late nights and then needing the debrief and then the morning time, whatever. But I think now that I have more of this 9 to 5, I exist more in this sort of like 10 to 7 p.m. realm. But I'm finding if I can have a chill morning where I'm just sort of feeling good, I'm so much more productive than just jumping into like those 9 a.m. meetings and I have no momentum. I kind of literally, I like to like sit and stare at a fucking wall and get going. And then like hit it's like your warm up for a run or something. Yeah. Cause once I get into my days are great. Like they feel really productive and not out all days, but like,
right.
Yeah. And it's, again, working in the arts, I think my profession and my job, there's so much of that time that you need your brain, that creative part to work, because you cannot put a 9 to 5 on creativity. You just can't.
Yeah. It happens when it happens.
Yes. And so when you work, but at a place, which is most of the people function with 9 to 5, you kind of have to let yourself get there in the way that you can without forcing it. So I think maybe that's why my mornings are the way they are, because I know I need that open space in my brain to do my job. Whoa.
That was, Mary, that sounds like a perfect place to end this. It's been a revelation.
It has been. This is so fun.
Well, thank you. It was a lot of fun. It's very interesting to talk through a person's morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for being the first person to go on record with me on this.
And you know what would be so cool is like, maybe I should come back in a year and see if anything has changed. Because
we can certainly revisit this if you wish. Maybe you're the touchstone for this entire show. We'll come back and see if Mary has changed anything. Like,
what happened to the pink robe? Did she decide to?
Did the dog eat it?
Did the dog eat the robe? Does she wear underwear more now? No, I won't. I have stopped in like middle school, actually.
I am not going to judge your decision on not wearing underwear.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
Yeah. I think I love that we ended in a really great place where I was talking about like my job and creativity, and it sounded really great. And not
your underwear?
Now I'm back to underwear.
Because you know damn well that's where we're going to end it.
I know.
Thank you everyone for listening to this show. I hope we continue doing this with a lot of different people. I'm trying to, I think I'm going to make a spreadsheet. I'm going to make a master list of like the answers to these questions to figure out what's the average, what are the outliers.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
Yes, you should. This is fascinating. This is really great. I'm jazzed that I am the first one.
I'm jazzed for you.
And I think you're giving people some fun perspective too on like, their days and their life. So thank you, Dan.
Mary, thank you. And thank all of you. We will see you next time on Do You Sleep Naked? Thank you for listening to Do You Sleep Naked with me, your host, Dan Stocky. Do You Sleep Naked was produced and recorded by This Never Happened in beautiful Duluth, Minnesota. Have a fantabulous day.